What's up YouTube? I've got it here, the Tacklife 2000 watt inverter, the GEG001. I was looking for an inverter generator last year and went with the Predator 3500 because I needed something that could run the air conditioner in my toy hauler. But then quickly I realized I also needed a 2000 watt for around the house, around the farm, that I could quickly, easily pick up by myself, just for charging batteries on tractors and mowers and stuff like that. I'm really excited about this. It should be super handy. At the time I bought this in August 2020, it was pretty much the cheapest 2000 watt inverter I could find on Amazon at like $350. And I think as of posting this video in mid-September 2020, I believe it's at $399 now, but there's a $20 coupon at checkout. So yeah, let's get this thing cut open and check it out, see what all comes with it, and you know, we'll get it all prepped, we'll get it fired up, and we'll do it all together and see what we think. Alright guys, looks like we got some wheels here, and like a big extension arm to pull it. That's pretty cool. Little hardware. I didn't even realize any of that came with it. Very cool. User manual right there on top. Oh wow guys, this is actually even bigger. I mean, I could tell by the box that it was bigger than I realized. I can still lift it one-handed, no problem, so that's good. Uh-oh. Okay, the only thing left in the bottom of the box was a funnel, and looks like we have we'll go over this bag in a minute, but it's just like alligator clips and AC adapter. There's already a little bit of scratching on the fuel gauge sight glass, but I'm happy that it does have a fuel gauge sight glass. That's one thing that the Predator does not have that I wish it did. Somebody said that maybe there was a new model of Predator that did have a fuel gauge. I have no idea if that's true or not. Cool. Yeah, it looks sharp. It's a nice gray color, trimmed in black with a little bit of green. Alright guys, now as far as what you have on the front of this, you got two ACs, two USBs, you've got this DC 12 volt 8.3 amp, and that's pretty much it. There's a DC breaker here. Here's your ESC throttle on and off, and you got your out, if you want to parallel this with another generator. they're right there. So it's not a load of options, but if you've got these two AC ports, you can split off and do pretty much whatever you need to do. All right, guys, now we can go over what's in this little bag. So we've got the AC to alligator clips. I love when the generators come with these because I end up using these things for so many other things around the garage. Just super handy to have around. We've got this AC, this extra end for an extension cord, which is fantastic. And then looks like right here we just have a couple pieces to use to fill our oil up with. So that's what we're going to do right now. First, we had a little funnel that came with it, and it appears as if the funnel is going to attach to one of these pieces, something like that, and we're going to fill it up with oil. I don't know if it comes with any oil in it whatsoever, but it definitely doesn't come with enough oil, and there's no oil in the box, so you have to supply your own oil. 350 milliliters is what you need, and yeah, we'll do that now. Okay. I'm just going to open both of these just for fun. I don't know if you can see our oil fill right here. All right, guys, you want a 1540 oil for this, and you're going to use about 350 milliliters. Now I really like this. It comes with this little extension cap here that you screw in place of the oil plug that brings it out some so you can get your funnel on it. Really like that because I don't remember the Predator coming with that, and I remember making a little bit of a mess putting the oil in that one. So I've got some Mobil 1 here, just some old stuff I had laying around. I'm going to go ahead and put about 350 in this. All right, next we're going to go ahead and fill it with some fuel. Ah, nice, it's got a little screen in here. That's always helpful. So far, we've added oil. We took these covers off. We see that this cover is access to our oil. This cover is access to our air filter, and this cover up here on top is access to our spark plug. Just a little FYI, as far as changing the oil on these, the user manual says like every 25 hours, and the only way to do it is to take the cap off and just tilt the generator up sideways and let it spill out and then pour it back in. So whatever. All right, so we're ready to try to start this thing up. The manual is really vague about whether the ESC should be on or off, or it's really kind of hard to read. All right, guys, I've got my fuel cap vent to the on position. I've got a knob right here that's got off, on, and choke. When it's cold, you're pretty much always going to go to choke, and you're going to let it run for, you know, a minute or so choked, and then you're going to turn it to on. And if it doesn't shut off, you know it's warm enough for normal operation, so you can leave it on. I'm going to leave the ESC throttle off for now. So yeah, let's see what this thing does. Before anybody freaks out, it looks small in here, but actually right through these doors is 30-foot ceilings. I've got fans blowing. We start up very high revving performance motorcycles in this garage all the time. Have for 30 years. Have never had an issue. Running this tiny little inverter generator for a couple minutes is not going to kill me, although I appreciate all of your concern. I learned the hard way about this on my Predator video. So thank you, but no thank you. Cool. See what it does. Kind of anxious to see how easy this thing is to pull. Oh wow, super easy to pull, guys, and one pull it fires up. See what it does when I turn it to on. So it's purring. It's pretty quiet. Now you can see when I turn the ESC on, it throttles down. It realizes what loads on it and it kind of controls itself. That's a little quieter. Easily liftable with one hand, guys. Anybody can load this in the back of the truck. All right, I don't want to run it for too long with no load on it and inside, so. That's exciting. Let's turn it to on position now that it's kind of warm and just see if it easily starts back up. I just want to impress upon you guys how easy this recoil pull is. Okay, so it will not start, still not warm enough to start on, so pull it very easy on choke and let's see what it does. No problem, guys. This thing seems to be working perfectly, so very exciting. It definitely looks sharp. It's light. Seems to be easy to operate. I love the fact that it's got the fuel gauge. Pretty small fuel tank. It's a gallon, I believe. But these things are incredibly easy on fuel. We'll keep running this thing. I would say this one will get a lot more runtime than my Predator, just because this will be the go-to simple, easy, around the house generator. Krista will be able to grab it. I can grab it, throw it in the back of the truck. I can throw it in the back of a side-by-side and take it out in the woods if I have, you know, any issue out there. I'd say we'll put this one to the test. It doesn't have any kind of hour meter on it, which is kind of a bummer. I'd love to be able to just rig up one of those cheap $30 hardline hour meters to the spark plug. just to keep an idea of how, mainly just to know how long one of them is going to last. So I could run the spark plug wire right here, run it up through this hole and mount it like right here, which is probably what I'll do, just for testing purposes, just to know how many hours we can get out of one of these. I also like that it's got the USB ports right here on the front. Not all of these have the USB ports, and you know, it's really just really nice to be able to charge something with AC and USB at the same time, for sure. Or if you forget, you know, if you've got a phone or batteries or something, you forget your block, you've got your USB there. So I like it, guys. I'm pumped. Oh, guys, I didn't even notice it came with this toolkit. Did not even notice. So just kind of fell out of the back of the box when I wasn't looking, but it looks like a spark plug wrench, an 8 and 10 millimeter regular wrench, and a flathead, which would have been nice to have earlier when I was taking the panels off. So I don't know what I'll do with the flathead and the 8 and 10, but I'll definitely keep the spark plug wrench with the generator, because it just looks really, like it makes it really easy to get in and out. So yeah, props to Tacklife for that. So as far as Tacklife themselves as a company, I haven't had much experience with them except for this one product. So guys, this is the Tacklife T8, and it's actually like a backup battery and car starter. And I've actually never used it to start a vehicle, but I've used it as a backup battery with the USB port several times. Had good luck out of it. It's got a flashlight on the front. It's got a compass on the top. I really need to do some testing with it to see if it'll start, you know, how well it starts cars and stuff. It's 18,000 milliamp hours or 67 watts. But my favorite thing about it is it's got a little readout screen here, which tells you the percentages left, which is nice. But yeah, Tacklife sent me this a while back. They did not send me this generator or do any promotion or anything with this generator. I bought this on Amazon all on my own, so I can give you guys an honest review of it. But they did send me this battery a while back, and when I saw this Tacklife on Amazon, I thought, well, they've reached out and supported me before with something small like this, so why not try their generator? So, pumped to see how long we get out of this thing. Alright guys, let's just go over the front of this generator specific. This will actually apply to most other inverter generators as well. But yeah, so the light's up here on the top. You got your low oil light. That's just what it says. When the oil level gets low, there's a sensor in there that's going to go red. You've got your overload. If you plug up too much or it can't handle the electrical load you put on it, that light's going to come on. Output light seems to come on every time you start it up and everything's working right. Let's talk about the ESC throttle. So basically what this is going to do is it makes it kind of like a smart generator. So if you turn on this ESC throttle, it's going to control the speed of the generator based on the load you're putting on it. You'll hear it rev up, you'll hear it rev down. That's usually what most people want to do, because otherwise it's just going to run at full RPM all the time. So if you use that ESC, you're going to have a more efficient, quieter generator whenever possible. There's your parallel. I'm not sure how the parallel cords work, as far as, are they universal? Do they work with any other generators? You know, could I parallel this with my Predator 3500? Or does it have to be another Tacklife or another 2000? That's beyond me, guys. You'll have to check, you know, a little more advanced review for that. Ground right here. I know with certain electronics that are grounded in certain ways, you are supposed to use this ground. I've never seen anyone do it. You know, do your own research on that as well. There's your breaker, so if you're pulling too much DC load, that's going to pop. You just press it there to reset it. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much all there is to this generator. So now to put the legs and stuff on, it's super easy. What you're going to do is, it comes with a little axle. You're going to take the black bolts. Focus camera. You're going to take the black bolts and put the wheels on the axle first, and then there's going to be two long silver bolts that bolt the axle onto the generator. Then you've got this plastic cover, and these bolts are already in the generator, so you're going to pull them out. You're going to pop the plastic cover on here, put these bolts back in. The plastic cover just sits on these little pins right here. And then as far as the arm itself, there are 4 silver tapered head bolts. You're going to have to actually pull this arm out. You can press on this button on the front to release it. You can pull that out and you'll be able to get a screwdriver through these bolt holes. 2 here and 2 here. Should make it a lot easier to use. But yeah, guys, I am definitely digging this generator so far. So thanks to Tacklife and for making something cool and getting with me on that little battery, which sparked my interest in then some of their other products. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will post an update video. I can't tell you when it's going to be. I'm going to put an hour meter on this thing and just, you know, use it around the farm, and you know, after a few hundred hours, we'll see how it's still running. I'll post an update video. No promises on how long that'll take me, but appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button if you're into stuff like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, and then click all. That would help me out a lot. Thanks so much.